And now protest is being staged by BJYM workers against Priyank Kharge's statement over Savarkar in Maharashtra's Pune district. So protests are being staged by BJYM workers against Priyank Kharge for his statement that he made against VD Savarkar, and the protest is now being staged in Maharashtra's Pune. Remember, Karnataka Minister Priyank Kharge sparked a controversy after he made remarks against VD Savarkar in the Belagavi Assembly. He claimed that if he was in charge, he would have removed the portrait of VD Savarkar from Suvarna Saudha, and now this has stoked a massive controversy. And what we're learning is that there are protests which are being staged by BJYM workers against the minister's statement over Savarkar issue in Pune. And CNN News 18's Vinaya Deshpande is now joining us to give us more details about the protests that are being staged. Vinaya, over to you.
Anjali, protests have already been held at several places in Maharashtra. Now remember, after Priyank Kharge made those comments about Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, it hasn't gone down well with the BJP, which has announced a statewide protest against Priyank Kharge, saying that this was an insult of Savarkar and that the BJP will not tolerate. And that's why we have seen that today morning, may it be Pune, where the protests have already taken place, where there was a Chappal Maro Andolan against Priyank Kharge, or may it be in Nagpur, where the second day of Maharashtra Legislative Assembly winter session is going on, where we saw Maharashtra Assembly members, that is the legislators of the BJP, sitting on the stairs and protesting against Priyank Kharge. The demand is very clear that he should apologize and that insult of Savarkar will not be tolerated. Through the day today, we will see protests happening at various places across the state. May it be Nagpur, where the assembly session is going on, may it be Pune, where the protests have already been taken place, may it be in Mumbai, where protests will begin in the next half an hour to 45 minutes. The idea that the Congress, the BJP says is that it wants to oppose the Congress. When it comes to Savarkar, it will not take the insult of Savarkar lying down, and not only should there be an apology when it comes to it, but also there should be repercussions against Kharge when he says something like that. So the BJP is up in arms against Priyank Kharge, protesting against the statements that he made about Savarkar yesterday, where he had said that his portrait from the assembly should be removed. Not just that, he also refused to call Savarkar Veer, saying that there was no reason why he should be called Veer or brave. The BJP, taking offense to it, has said that it will continue to protest against Priyank Kharge across Maharashtra today. Protests have already begun in Pune and in Nagpur, where the assembly session is undergoing. The protests will continue across several places now. Back to you.
Also, Vinaya, this is not the first time that such statements have come from the Congress party's side. We have been seeing such statements questioning why VD Savarkar should be called Veer in the past as well.
That is the point that Priyank Kharge raised yesterday as well. He said that it was Savarkar's family which had written clemency petitions to the British. He was getting pension from the British, and if there was a comparison, then clearly he claimed that Nehru, who had spent a long time in the prison and was the first Prime Minister of the country, his portrait should be preferred over Savarkar. Now remember, this is not a new debate. This is something that has been a bone of contention between BJP and Congress for years at end now, and at several points the BJP has taken objection to the kind of statements and narrative that the Congress has tried to put out about Vinayak Damodar Savarkar. Even when Rahul Gandhi had come to Maharashtra during his Bharat Jodo Yatra, we had seen how he had spoken specifically against Savarkar, and that had raised eyebrows at that time as well. So it is a continuous debate or a point of tussle between the BJP and the Congress. The kind of statements that Priyank Kharge has put out are not the first time that the Congress has expressed similar opinions. This is something that the Congress has been talking about time and again, opposing Savarkar's name clearly, at this time where Savarkar's portrait is there in the assembly in Karnataka, now that Priyank Kharge, who is a sitting minister there, has opposed that very portrait and has demanded that that portrait be pulled down, and instead of that Jawaharlal Nehru's portrait be put up there. Clearly that has led to another round of debate between the two national parties. The BJP says it will not tolerate this insult towards Savarkar and has demanded an apology. In fact, when the protest took place in Pune today, we saw how protesters hit Priyank Kharge's photos with chappal, saying that he should apologize for the comments he had made. Back to you.
So Vinaya, what is the BJP's plan for today as far as this controversy is concerned?
Well, yes, we are seeing that protests have been planned across the state. In fact, just as protests took place in Pune in the morning, before the assembly session began in Nagpur, where the second day of winter session of Maharashtra Assembly is going on, the BJP legislators sat on the stairs and protested against Priyank Kharge. Similar protests will be held by Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha across the state, primarily in Mumbai today after around 11:30, 12 noon, where protesters will gather at least 10 different locations at different staggered timings to protest against Priyank Kharge's comments. Thereafter, we will see protests happening in several parts of the state, but primarily what we are seeing is that most importantly, protests have taken place in Nagpur, where the assembly session is going on, where the BJP has protested on the stairs of the house, and in Pune, where we have seen large number of protesters hit the streets against Priyank Kharge. The next round of protests will now happen in Mumbai after around 11:30. Back to you.
All right, Vinaya, thank you so much for getting us all those details.